Hello everyone, in this demonstration I'll take this part from the imported geometry to a clean shell mesh. So here I imported the geometry into the model, and to import it you just need to go to File and Import, and then import the geometry, or open it if you just already have a project. So here we go. Before meshing the solid directly, I'm gonna create a mid-surface. Before starting the mid-surface, we need to clean up that solid at first. Like you can see that this gap in here, this face needs to connect to this face, like this one. So let's see how we do it. First, you need to go to Geometry Edit Tools and that push pull. Just need to select that face and select here up to, select that face. You can see that it's already connected in here. So I'll now start creating the mid-surface. Let's go to the Geometry Edit Tools and go to Midsurface. Let's start by selecting the outer faces. You can move that part easily with the right-click button, and you can just rotate it with the middle mouse button. After selecting the outer faces, now we have to select the inner faces. From each one, you need to select one face. And then to apply the selections you just select, you need to click on the middle mouse button into that geometry. And then here you can see the mid-surface. To see it just separated from the geometry itself, you need to go to here and click the solids one. And here we have a mid-surface. Now we don't go directly to meshing. I first check the surfaces and any incorrections, gaps, overlaps, or small areas that could affect the mesh later. So I will check that mid-surface follows the original geometry correctly, especially around the main features and transitions. Like you can see here, the gaps here and here too. So let's fix it. We can fix it selecting here the vertex edge drag and then try to connect it all together. And then you can see that with the yellow edges in here that they are connected. But there's a one in here that's not connected in the same line here. So how we do it is just we will represent the solid again, and then drag this line until you see that face turn into a yellow one. That's how it's connected. Like this one. And everything looks suitable here right now, so I can move on to the shell mesh. I will open the meshing tab in here and select the surface mesh. And for the model, I'm using a 2mm mesh size. And for the mesh parameters, I will use a mixed mesh type in here and auto mesh method with selecting use mesh flow optimization. This helps the elements follow the geometry more smoothly instead of producing an irregular element distribution. And for the internal patterns, I will use form grid for flat surfaces. And for element type, I'm going to use linear element. Now, I'm ready to create the shell mesh. Let's select the face in here. And just by the window, select all of that mid surface. And it's already created. At this stage, I'm mainly checking how the elements are distributed and how well they follow the geometry. Let's check that we have 4 invalid elements and 4 bad elements. Let's try to fix it. While I was checking the mission here, I noticed that little gap in here. So let's fix it. We can do the same, like vertex, drag, then select this edge to here. Now it's fixed. Also, we can see that this 2 nodes are not in the same node. They are supposed to be one. So let's drag it. And this one too. You just need to keep checking your model. This one too. And then let's check that mesh again. There are just a little bit of poor elements and one bad element. Let's check him. Let's try fix this one, this bad element. We can try fixing it by choosing this one, meshing edit tools, and select that node move. And let's try to that node in here, and you can see that elements around it are still green, so we are on the safe side. But if you continue doing this, like if you start seeing that yellow or red elements, no, just stop. So it's already green, and you can see that it's fixed in here. And this one is because of the mid surface that we didn't fix this part yet. So all we need to do is go again to that vortex drag and drag it till here, and then you can see that it's fixed. And let's try to fix those poor ones, like this one here. Let's try to move the node in here. And see, it's fixed. And we can try to split it. Now we just checked that the mesh follows the geometry correctly and that the element distribution is reasonable and that there are no obvious areas that need further adjustments. So starting from the imported geometry, we created and checked the mid-surface, generated a shell mesh, optimized the mesh flow, reduced unnecessary elements, and used element splitting and node movement to improve one local area. The final result is a cleaner shell mesh that is ready for the next stage of the finite element analysis workflow. So I hope this workflow was clear and easy to follow, and thanks for watching.